Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to see how to implement pagination. Okay, so how to implement pagination in React application. Okay, so I will make it in two different part. Okay, in first part, in this video basically I will complete a basic round of pagination. Okay, just a basic pagination which will work. Okay, how to call an API, how the pagination and everything works. Okay, in the second video, in the next video, what I will do, I will implement advanced type of pagination which we can call infinite scroll. Okay, on scrolling. But the issue over here is I cannot go jump directly with the infinite scroll, because to understand that you should understand how pagination work, how to control the pagination. Okay, so I have already done some basic component I have created. Okay, so that the video will not be so lengthy. Okay, so I will just explain what I have done. So this is my URL API, basically from where I'm going to get the pagination. It took me time to search this API. Okay, so if you'll go, so I will just mention it. So this is like fake REST. Okay, instantwebtool.net REST API. Okay, so over here I found that we can have pagination, so this supports pagination, so this will be the best API which we can use to implement pagination. Okay, rather than that, if you don't have, like, you can, if you have any other, so that will fine, but in this currently we can use this. And the next is like the page, to like create the, what we say, the paginations basically. Okay, so I have used React Paginate. This is an npm package. Okay, so like this we can create pagination. Okay, so that it will not be on you to create this, so we can use this. Okay, because actually the pagination logic is something which we should know. Okay, rather than this is already, like, you can create it using HTML CSS, or you can have any of the npm as per your project requirement. You can have this. So this is which one I have used is React Paginate. Okay, so I have directly added it here. Okay, so on page change I have commented it because I have not written any kind of logic. Okay, so if you'll go over here, and if you see, so this is our as of now page, like page this is the passenger detail. Actually this API will give us the passenger detail. Okay, so that only we need to show, and I've created a table. Okay, to show the passenger detail whatever we will get. Okay, so we will give data, we'll map it, and like we will show the item dot detail. So before learning pagination, I hope you are aware about all the other things, like what is map, why we have done this, and all these things. So because pagination is something more advanced we can consider, so you should know how to display data and everything. So I don't want to waste time on explaining all this. So if you want to learn all this, so you can go through my previous video. Over there you will find all this, like I have created so much of CRUD using API and everything. So now, so ignore this also, this is just an npm. Okay, to for what, for we have used that for this part. Okay, so now we will create. So for pagination, first of all, like, this is the API. So complete API is this. Okay, so for this we cannot hard code it. So we will just, what we will use it in dynamic way. Okay, so data we have used state. Okay, to handle data whichever we are going to get. This will be the page count. Okay, because pagination, this will require a page count value. Okay, so this, the initial one is 0. And apart from this, all the other props, like the pagination I have used for, like, what we say, this I have used for CSS purpose. Okay, class name I have added, and I have added some CSS over here. So you can also do that as per your requirement, but because over here, if you'll go over here, they have already done. So you need to add some kind of CSS, so only you will be able to get a good view. Okay, UI. So let's go and deep dive into the code how we. So over here, so first we will, like, basically see. So at first there is no data, and when we need a data, so to make a side effect or make an API call, or to get the data, the first thing is component did mount. Okay, so that we can achieve is from use effect, as we are using class component. So in use effect we can use it. So we will use a single function. Okay, so we will create a function to get data, constant get data from API, anything. Okay, so you can create it. Okay, so we will be using fetch. Normally no XJS and everything, I will directly use fetch. Okay, over here, so we'll use fetch, and in fetch we just need to write the the URL. So my base URL is this. Okay, this is going to be a base URL, so I will write it here. Okay, This is base URL, and the second other part are this we need to add after this. So the page will be 0. Okay, page we are considering 0 and size is 10. So size will be 10. So this we will keep dynamic. I will explain you why the size should be dynamic. Okay, so it will be like we will declare constant directly. Constant like size equal to 10, and over here I will use size. Page is fine, page is 0, that is fine. Size we will calculate. This will be sign, and over here we'll send the like page number. Okay, and we will add this along with the page. Now you must be confused what I did and why I did here. Okay, so as we have kept page equal to 0 constant. Okay, so page will always be the first page. Okay, and we have done page number and size, so that if we pass 1, then it will become 1 into 10, so it will give us 10 data. If we click on page number 2, then it will become 2, say 2 into 10, it will become 20, so you are going to get 20 data. So over here we can have dynamic page as well as size, so that need to be handled. So only I'm saying, so I'm not jumping directly to that, so you will not be able to understand it. Okay, so first we will do the simplest one and then the dynamic one. This will not be the optimized one. Okay, because before scroll infinite and everything, so infinite scroll, so this was the things like most of the time. Now also you will be using it in some place where you don't need a scroll, so we use it, this kind of pagination. So only I just wanted to show you like this is the basic one. So after this we'll go with the next video. I will surely come up with the infinite scroll. Okay, so this is fine. So this will give us the, so this will give us the then, so then we need to do then to for the like if what we say promises. Okay, so we can do response here, response and arrow function. We can like what we need to do, we should just on change the response to JSON. So you can like anywhere, like if you want you can get it. So what from a, like any of the sites, like if you'll go to fetch API, so you will get the complete thing itself. This one returns. Okay, and over here, okay, so over here we need to set the data. Over here we need to set the data. So what I will do, I know it's going to give me response, so I will name it response, and then whatever data we are going to get, we will set it here. So first we will set the set data, and set data whatever we are going to get, mostly I know what we are going to get. We are going to get response dot data. In data we are going to get the data and page count. So I will set page count, and this I will get from like response dot page count. I think page number or something like they have like page, I think page number or total pages, we use that total page. So total pages. So this is going to be the data, API data. Don't assume that from where I'm writing it. I know what the output we are going to get from this API call. Okay, so only I'm writing it here, like the data actually we are going to get this. Okay, so this is our set data. So data now will have okay data. So I have called this API, now I will call it. I have created this API, now I will call it here. Okay, and I will pass 1. So I will pass 1 and let's see what actually is happening, and I will log here. Okay, I will log data. So data I will log, and even for your better understanding I'll just log response also here, what actually we are going to get in response. Okay, so response is also logged, data is also logged. So we'll inspect element. Let me see. So we'll refresh it. Okay, okay. We have done response.json and we have called the API. Response, we have done response. Okay, so over here I forgot to write like round bracket. So now it will be fine. So now we got the data, ignore the data. See, in response, what we got? We got data, total pages, and total number of passenger, whatever is the total number of passenger, okay? And this is the data which we got, okay? So the data I just used a few of them, like name, trips, and ID I have used, okay? So this is fine. Now you can see the pagination over here. So this is because of like my like I have done some CSS, okay? So you will not be able to get this type of things, because if you'll see I have like done like padding, I have given list type, display, color, and for list also I have give pagination, okay? So only the CSS, after CSS it looks likewise, or else at the first if you will implement it, if directly you will see it will be a rubbish like a display, like rubbish design, everything, okay? So this is fine. Now we got the data, our task is done. Like at basic, like if you will see, at first we got the data, okay? Now you will see the network. If you'll go to network, okay, and we will get fetch SSR, and I think we have passenger, so I will just filter it out. So we got it, okay, passenger. Now let's refresh it. So if you'll see at first, what is the payload which we are passing? Payload is page number 0, and size what is going? It is going 10. Page is going 0 and size is going 10. So why page is 0? Because we have hard coded it, okay? Page is 0 and size is like 10. It will be like, at first we are passing 1, so it become 1 into size. Now we need to paginate, so I will just open it. I will uncomment this, okay, because we need to handle the pagination, okay? So now I will write here constant this, okay, sorry. So now this we are going to get E, and this pagination will give you, I will just log it what actually we are going to get in E. So we'll log E, and I will remove other logs. We don't want other logs. Okay, so now E. So let's see what we are going to get. So if you'll go to console, I will remove it first. Okay, so let's refresh it. There is nothing in console. Now I am clicking on 2. So when I clicked on 2, so I got selected 1. If you click on 3, selected 2, means it's act it is acting as a array, as an array. So whenever you are clicking on 6, it giving 5. So means on click on 1 it will give me 0, okay? So we need to, if we need to handle it, so in likewise, so we need to add 1, so that 1, when you click on 1 you should get 1 over here, okay? And this is selected, so I can copy this, okay? So now what we want, whenever we clicked here, okay, so whenever we click here, we just need to call this function, okay, and which will indirectly call the API. For this function we need to pass the page number, but the page number is -1 every time, so we will add +1 to it, okay? Why I added +1? So that like whenever we are clicking here, so from this pagination, okay, what we are getting, when you will click on 1 you will get 0, okay? So when you will click on 2 you will get 1. So for to like manage that, I have added 1 over here, okay? So 1 is added here. So now I think this should work properly. So now let's go to this, okay? Well, let's go to, I will just drop it down a bit. I will make it down, okay? So that in the network, first we will see what actually is happening. So at first, if you'll see, page is 0, size is 0, we got 10 items, okay? If you'll see, we got 10 till 9, okay? Now what we are going to do, so over here, now I'm going to click on 4. So now see, size, if you'll see payload, size is 0, page number is still 0, size we have changed to 40, and if you'll see the data, we will get 39. So we got 40 data from 0 to 39. So now if you'll see here, so you can see we got the data. So data are the name and the value are similar, but using from ID you can identify this data is different, okay? So now whenever if you click on 2, so you will get 20. So it become, when you click on 1, so it will become less. So just to handle this only, I have used like size. I will explain you why only I have used size, this matter, okay? Now assume that I'm using page number, okay? My page number is, I'm using page number. So this will become 1, 2, 3, whatever if you want, okay? And my size is fixed. my size will be 10. So I will just write it here. Okay, okay, my size is fixed, size will be 10 every time. Okay, and I'm going to change the page number. You might be like thinking now, like, why I've used this funda. Okay, why not directly like page number I'm changing. Okay, so my page number is at a start, my page number will be 0. Okay, I got 10 items. Okay, then I change it to 1. I again got 10 items. So now I have 0 plus 1. Okay, I have 0 plus 1 page. So it will be the size, the total item which I will get is equal, will become 20, is equal to 10 plus 10, because I to show that, to show all the pagination item, I need to like add it, basically all the previous data plus new data. If you'll click again to page number 2, so now you will get again 10 data, because our size is 10. On page number, from page number 2 you will get 10 data, so it will become 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30 data. Okay, now assume that as per our logic it is adding every time whenever you click on page, so previous data plus new data will be added. Okay, so the count will sum up. Okay, but assume that after page number 2 you directly clicked again on page number 0. So this, what this will give you, this will give you 10 items from page number 0. And what the logic if you will return, so it, as per your logic, it will become this, it will become 40. But you clicked on page number 0, this means only 10 data should be on the screen. Now you need to remove everything and you just need to show 10 data. So to handle this will become more complicated. Okay, if you will handle page wise, for that, for to handle page wise, like your design, your architecture should be different. You will be rerouting to the different page, you are showing data there, then like the UI is re-rendering every time. So then likewise if you are doing, then you can go with page and size. Okay, so as I'm saying now, it is totally up to you and your requirement how you are handling pagination. Okay, but the basic of pagination is this only. Okay, like we just need to click it, on every click we need to call the API, and this every time you need to handle page and size only, nothing more than that. Once you control page, size, and how you are handling this data, you are done. You can control any number of pagination, any type of pagination. Okay, so over here I will wrap it up. Okay, so if you check, so this is fine, like any, like if I'm click on 3, so I will get 60 data. Okay, sorry, 30 data. If I'll click on 6, we'll get 60 data, but directly when we click on 1, so we'll get 10 data. So to handle this scenario only I used this way. Okay, so this is just a basic. Okay, as I promised you, I will come up with the next video. In that video we will do the infinite scroll. Okay, how infinite scroll works. Okay, and I will come up with the demo. Okay, so that it will be helpful for you. So but going through that video, the first will be you should understand how to implement basic pagination. If you'll jump directly to scroll, infinite scroll, so there are lots of way to implement pagination. So if you don't know the basic, there will, you will never you will be not able to grab the advanced one. Okay, so if you have any doubt, anything if you want to ask as per architecture, as per your requirements, you can comment it down. Okay, if you like this video, so do like it, share it, do. Okay, so and I post videos content related to JavaScript, reactjs. Okay, and so you can follow me if you like, if you are